Yeah, man, what's going on? So, you're a real estate wholesaler, or maybe you're a flipper, whatever. You're wanting a good lead source, and here a lot of people talk about probates. And I'll tell you what, probates are a great lead source. One of the reasons why they're a great lead source is number one, probate essentially is when somebody dies. Grandma, mom, Uncle Bob, whatever, and the house. Then be the what happens in the court gets involved is probate typically, and they divvy up the assets kind of thing, and then all the heirs are able to get some of the funds afterwards. That's kind of how it works. Okay. And by the way, this is not legal advice like how to probate your mom's estate. None of that. It's just a lead source. So the idea is probate is a great lead source because most of the time people who die pass away. Turns out are fairly elderly, which is nice. I mean, it's not nice. It's horrible when people die. I want to make that clear. What I meant nice in the sense that it's nice that not a lot of 30-year-olds die, for example, right, of some catastrophic disease. So does that make sense? So consequently, follow me here, because most probates are for elderly folks. They've lived a full life, and typically they've paid their house off, or they don't owe a whole lot. Not all the time, but that's just kind of a general reality. Okay, so here's the point. Here's what I'm going. Probate's great because it's always dynamic. It's always changing. Read the obituary page in your newspaper. It's new all the time. It's part of life. Okay, death and taxes. Here's the point I'm trying to say for you. It's a great strategy session. It's strategy for you rather, because you can now approach the heirs of this property. Okay, grandma's house hasn't been updated since 1982. There's mold in the attic. The basement's flooded. The green bathtub, pink sink. There's all the dirt to dry rot or whatever. There's all these problems with the house, and all the heirs, Uncle Bob, Aunt Sally, and Aunt Susan, whatever. They won't want to. They want their inheritance money. But the house right now is not financeable. Okay, that's a real issue. In other words, nobody, can get a loan to buy the house. Okay. So if you go in with a cash offer, it can solve all the problem. Here's this cash offer, we can close quickly. Okay, does that make sense? So that's why probates are a great lead source. Now, a couple things though, I would recommend, if you can afford it, just buy the list. There's abstractors who get the probate list for you, and they'll put you in contact with your marketing, the letter, the phone number, and letter, the address rather, to what we call the personal representative. The personal representative is something you need to pay attention to. They are appointed by the court to represent that probate estate. Okay, and they're able to make that decision. Not Uncle Bob, not Aunt Sally, not Uncle George, but the PR. PR means personal representative. Does that make sense? Okay. So you don't want to be negotiating with Aunt Sally when the personal representative might be Billy, whatever, and you need to talk to him. Does that make sense? Okay. So you want to talk to that person when you're negotiating. That's the important thing. Now you might hear someone say, "Oh, I don't like probate because the courts are always involved," and sometimes they are. It's just it's hit and miss thing. But if they are involved, then you need to be able to be prepared for a good offer and talk with the probate attorney on the estate. And most lead sources are going to give you that information. If not, if you get your own probate lead source, you want to keep track of who that attorney is, probate attorney. Typically, it's the same guys. That's their bread and butter. They handle probate, and talk with them, get to know them. Take them out to lunch. Well, only money takes someone out to lunch. Well, I don't know. Take a second job, get a little bit of money. It's worth it. It's well worth taking an attorney out to lunch or paying them $300 for an hour just to talk with them. And be professional and show them what you're doing, how you're helping them. Okay, so that's a great lead source. You can help a lot of people. And it's a wonderful deal. It's a wonderful deal. It's everybody wins on this thing. So if you need some more clarification how probates work or how it works, just let me know, and we'll do a Zoom call and maybe do some joint ventures in the future. So Godspeed, and we'll talk to you very soon.